Welcome to Myriad Movie Mondays. I'm glad you're here. This week we watched The Outfit. What'd you think? In college, I saw my first ever Hitchcock movie, Rope, and I was blown away. Since then, I've seen several more of his movies, but consistently my favorites are bottle movies, like Rear Window and Dial M for Murder. I really think that bottle movies lend themselves to dramatic irony, which is great for suspense and mysteries. And they also tend to feel contained, which can add claustrophobic tension on top of everything else that's going on. Of course, bottle movies bring along their own set of challenges. Unlike most other movies, you don't have as many cinematic tricks to hold attention. You're in a single contained space, you usually have a small cast, so your visual imagery is necessarily going to end up being more limited. Because of this, you have to use the tools still at your disposal even more masterfully. The dialogue and plot and characters have to be compelling on their own. If you only have a single location, it's going to have to be more important and more intentional than if it's one of 10. It's a great example of the saying, restriction breeds creativity. The more minimal a work is, the more you can focus on the elements that remain, but also the less you can hide any elements that aren't working. The Outfit handles all of this perfectly. The actors all do a great job, especially Mark Rylance. For me, though, the shining aspects are the writing, the blocking, and the setting. The writing really does feel like a play or a Hitchcock movie with such economic usage of dialogue. The plot unspools bit by bit with tension building slowly at first and then faster and faster. The cinematography avoids handycam and uses very precise, machine-like camera moves to evoke the precision of the cutter. But y'all, I could live in that tailor shop. It is so beautiful and warm and inviting in the midst of a dangerous and suspenseful story. It sets the tone of the movie at the beginning and stayed with me long after it was over. Really though, it just all had to be done so well for this movie to work, and they did it. Anyway, I think I've made my feelings pretty clear about this one, so how about you? Did you like it, or was there something about it that didn't work for you? Are you a fan of bottle movies? And if so, what are some of your favorites? Let me know. Up next, we're watching Drag Me to Hell. See you then.